All right, guys, we are live on a few things. We are live on Instagram currently. Nobody's there, but we are live on YouTube as well. If you can't see me, that is by design. Just having a little chitty chatter before we start this whole thing. Let you guys listen to Kush intro music. This is Kush intro music. This is a song called Thug Dub. Thug Dub. Better for Instagram. Now Instagram can see me. Starting off here in just a second, guys. We're doing Arizona cocktails. Arizona cocktails. So get your Arizona stuff ready. Grab some of my stuff here real quick. There we go. A little Lillet Rouge you're gonna need. And cool. All right. Well, welcome. To all of you YouTubers, you can now see me. I'm wearing Fitz number 11. Cardinals, one of the greatest football players of all time. I am a Cardinals fan. We're going to see how they do tomorrow against those dastardly Buffalo Bills. 7-2 Buffalo Bills, really doing all the right stuff. I was afraid that I was going to have to cancel class today because my USC Trojans almost got beat by Arizona. That would have been disgraceful. That would have been a really tough class to celebrate Arizona the moment that whole thing happened. So it didn't. Luckily, we pulled one out at the end. Fire Clay Helton. I'm out of focus. Great, I'm out of focus. 1 second. Let's just focus this in real quick. Think that's going to be better in focus. Really good. Okay. Instagram was always in focus. That was never an issue. Well, let's start. I want to start tonight off with a quick cheers. So whatever you have, whatever you're drinking, grab some. I'll do some Smith & Cross. I think this is a good way to start classes. I don't know why I've never done this before. We're going to start off a little cheers. To my cat Gizmo. Not feeling well. So, she'll be better though. She'll be better though. We're going to do Arizona cocktails tonight. I grew up in Arizona. A little pueblo just east of here. A lot of different types of people live in Arizona. But the great thing about Arizona currently is that it is experiencing a bar resurgence. There are actual bartenders that are living in Arizona out there. My father jokes a lot that at his funeral it will be full of bartenders. Now that is a high portion of bartenders in Arizona. It's also because my dad spends some time at bars. So today we're going to be going through two classics and one that I am trying to recreate from the bar that I believe brought Arizona back into the fold. So let's start. Let's start at the beginning. We're going to start sort of in the middle, I suppose. That's how we're doing. We are going to make a cocktail that is not necessarily known for being from Arizona. There are a lot of different places that call this cocktail their own. The Rolling Stones had an entire tour based on this. Based on this cocktail. Some people think it comes from Mexico, but those of us who know this cocktail know that it comes from a little place called the Biltmore in Phoenix, Arizona, which is about, I have no idea how many miles. I don't know what a mile actually looks like. It's about 15 minutes from where I grew up, maybe 20 minutes from where I grew up in Phoenix. A very nice little place, a very nice little golf course. And on their menu, they say they invented this cocktail. And if you ever go there and try and order one, which I did, I won a round of golf one time at the Biltmore. Had to buy drinks, so I figured why not buy a round of Tequila Sunrises. They had no idea how to make them, so they mention it in their thing that they know how to make them, or that they invented them. It turns out they don't know what they're doing. So instead, we are going to be making one so you guys can do these at home. So let's start. We are going to be making a Phoenix original called the Tequila Sunrise. So let's begin. What's that say? 2 golf courses. That was important. There are 2 golf courses at the Biltmore. So we're going to start off with some tequila. Now, I am not a tequila guy. I'm a rum guy. Tequila's fine. We will be mixing these 2 at some point, but, oh, let's see. I didn't even set this up. Oh, yeah, look. Look at that. Tool cam works. And slow fade. Slow fade. A little bright, though. I'm going to bring down the brightness on this tool cam real quick while we're just sitting here talking. Just shooting the shit. Just bring this brightness down because I have all the ability in the world to do that. Yes. Watch this. Bam! So much better, not blown out. We're going to be using this Dolce Vita tequila. This is an unaged tequila. This is a Blanco, they call it, or a Plata, or a Diamond sometimes. Diamante, they call it. They call it all kinds of things. They call it a white tequila, too. This is a Blanco tequila, unaged. It is made in... somebody else will be able to tell this a lot more. I really should get my tequila up. But it is made in, I believe, some sort of oven at some point. They use the roques, crush the little... you guys know. We're going to be making a tequila cocktail. So let's start off here. We're going to be making this one in tin. In tin right there. I love the slow fade so much. Makes me so happy. We are going to be taking this. We're going to be putting in 1 1/2 of an ounce of tequila. And if you are a tequila fan, do not be worried. This is not a tiki drink, but tiki pours allowed. Throw a little tiki pour in there. Why not? Go up. Bump it. Bump it. Bump it. Bump it. Bump it. We have this guy right here. Now, in a normal tequila sunrise, what would be the next 2 ingredients? There's only 2 more ingredients that involve a tequila sunrise. There is some orange juice, and there's some grenadine. Well, we're going to push that orange juice right out of there. We don't want any of that orange juice in there. Get it out of here. Instead, we're going to be doing, we're going to be getting all of our bitter, all of our sour flavor from something called Creme De Cassis. Not all of it. I said all of it. We're not going to be getting all of it. We're going to be getting most of it from this stuff. We're also going to be doing some lime here in a second. Now, minutes ago, I told myself, do not hide this from yourself. Do not stack bottles right in front of your Creme De Cassis. And here I am stacking bottles in front of it. This guy right here is Creme De Cassis. A cassis is a type of berry. Very nice type of berry. A little bitter, a little sweet, a little black, a little brown, a little gray. No gray. We're going to be putting in... If you have that Creme De Cassis at your house, you are a lucky human. We're going to be putting in 3/4 of an ounce of that. Why not? Put in the full 3/4. Yeah. Yeah. Throw that in there. Next thing we need to put in there is we do need a bittering, a souring agent. The souring agent we're going to be doing is just natural lime. The original tequila sour, or the 1980s Tequila Sunrise, does not call for any kind of lime. What a shame. What an absolute travesty. What an abortion of justice that is. We're going to cut this guy in half. Now we are going to do the drop method. So you can just chop this right in half. Chop it right in half. And we're going to squeeze. By hand. As much as we can, we're going to squeeze these guys by hand. So go ahead and squeeze this right in there. Hand squeezer. Don't worry about that other thing. That little elbow. Squeeze it and drop it. Squeeze it and drop it. Squeeze it and drop it. There we go. My hands are a little weak. Oh. I'm turning old. So now my hands hurt. So we're going to drop those guys in there. What that's going to do is that's going to round out the entire lime flavor. It's going to give us all different flavors of the lime. We're going to get the outside, we're going to get the inside, we're going to get the double down. We're going to do all the right stuff. Larry Fitzgerald, greatest Arizona citizen ever. I did not know that. I thought there were some really good Arizona citizens. I thought Pat, what is his name? Pat Tillwell? Well, I don't know his last name, so that's got to be That's got to make Larry Fitzgerald better. There we have that. Next thing we are going to do, we are going to throw a little bone to our friends that's like the 1980s version. Oh, there goes that. My fridge is getting full. That's why I have all you guys that can see. These are all bottles that I'll be using tonight. Could not fit them in my thing. This is grenadine. Grenadine, very easy to make. Just a little palm syrup, a little pomegranate. Bam! And sugar, equal parts. We're going to be putting in half an ounce of this guy. Half an ounce. 1/2 of 1 ounce. Bam. I don't know why I switched over there. Thought it needed it. Put this back in the refrigerator. Well, and what do we have? What do we have in front of us? We have a cocktail. This is a cocktail. This counts. But we do, of course, need to shake this guy. Give this one a big fat shake. We do want to get some water in there. Pat Tillman, of course, was the name I was looking for. What was I calling him? Frank Tinderson. His name was Pat Tillman. Really good guy. Wanted to get over there and murder people after people got murdered. He was a Arizona Cardinal player that quit the Arizona Cardinals to go be a soldier boy. Good guy. I'm sure there had to be other great Arizonans. I can't think of any right now. I've never lived next to a great Arizonan, so who knows? The Rakes. I lived right next to the Rakes. They were pretty good people. Let's give this guy a big fat shake. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Crack-a-lacka. All right, well, we have all of the ice, we have all of the juice, we have all of the everything in here, so why not just find a glass that already supports this? And we're going to pump and dump. We're going to pump and dump. We're going to dump this guy right in here. Bloop, 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 bloop. I want one of those little lines. I don't want both of them. So keep one of them back. And then we are going to grab some soda water. This wouldn't fly in Arizona, this Perrier. We don't speak French out in the Zona. We speak American. We don't have an accent, so I can't really do the whole thing. But we are going to pour this soda water right into here just to give it that layered effect. You guys take a look at this right now. I'll move these guys out, move this over here. You can start to see that there is a Arizona sunset going on here. There is a two-colored cocktail popping out of there. That is what we were looking for, but we don't want to drink the bottom part without the top part, so we are going to push everything down. Get all that soda water down there to the bottom, guys. You're going to love it. I guarantee it. I guarantee that you're going to like this one. If you do not like this one better than a real 1980s garbage sunrise, I'll eat my hat. That's the thing we say in Arizona. Ain't no bull is something we say in Arizona. That ain't no bull. That's Earnhardt Ford, the guy that sells trucks. Dale Earnhardt. Why do I know that? That's not Dale Earnhardt. What's his name? It's Earnhardt. Is Dale Earnhardt a... Sorry. I'm out. I'm going to drink this. Kyle cannot be with us tonight. So if you guys are looking for Kyle, please just say hi to Kyle. Kyle is, I believe, watching. But Kyle is tending to much more pressing matters currently. So Kyle cannot be here. He heard that there was some drama going on. Figured he would throw on his suit, fly over here. So we got a whole situation of Kyle just being here. So that's nice. He's helping Jen out there. I'm going to join the chat here. Oh, I probably can't join as Kyle. Somebody else will join us, Kyle. Give me a second, guys. This is usually dead time. If you guys do have any questions, Cal Worthington. What the hell is Tex Earnhardt? Tex Earnhardt. That's the right name. Yeah, he used to sell trucks. And he used to say, down at Tex Earnhardt's, that ain't no bull. That's what we say in Arizona. We say, that ain't no bull. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing to say. Okay, where art thou, Kyle? Kyle, Cozy Mom, I believe Cozy Mom's birthday is on the horizon at this point. I think it's like 300 and something days away. So do get your Cozy Mom presents ready to go. If you do not have your Cozy Mom present picked out, do get your Cozy Mom present ready to go. Kyle is out in the other side, attending to more pressing matters. So he is not. It's Kyle. What am I? I can't control Kyle. He's my bar back. I don't know what to do. That's right. Paul likes it. Okay. Any other questions? If you have any other questions, I have not seen any of these yet, so I am very sorry. Do ask them again. Otherwise, let's move on to the next cocktail. Now, I am embarrassed. I don't often do this. In fact, I think I've only done this one other time. I did not write down an ingredients on the list, but it is not a completely necessary ingredient. It just would have been nice. It also would not have been an ingredient that people would have been able to get on hand. You sort of had to either have it or not have it. It is called gum arabica, because we have to do in the next cocktail, this is called gum syrup, G-O-M-M-E, gum. I don't know how to pronounce it. Gum syrup, gum syrup. That is what this is. It is a simple syrup that has something called gum arabica added to it, so that instead of just regular simple syrup, a little tough to see, but it does flow a little bit more gluey, adds a little bit of velvety flavor to it, and it is not a situation that you see in a lot of bars without dudes with their mustaches turned up and their suspendies holding up their pantsies. This is a very frou-frou ingredient, so don't worry if you do not have some gum arabica, some gum syrup. You, my friends, are doing fine. Just add a little simple syrup instead. So, let's build. This next one is an original from Arizona, 1910. A guy named Mike O'Leary at the Ford Hotel, which I don't know, is that defunct? Is it not defunct? My Arizona people probably can tell me. Is there still a Ford Hotel somewhere in Arizona? And also, let me know what the name of the Haunted Hotel is. That's my favorite place. I did stay there one night at the Haunted Hotel in Phoenix. If anybody can figure that out, that'd be awesome. But there is a Ford Hotel. A guy named Mike O'Leary created this cocktail. He called it the Statehood. The Statehood. Arizona was, not a lot of people know this, it was the last state added in the continuous Arizona. We are the babies. We are the baby brother, which is why we sometimes act like the baby brother. But this time, we have done the right thing. I have a baby brother, and he often does the right thing. So that is very nice. My baby brother is... what is he, 38, 37? I'm 38, so he's got to be like 37. I don't know how old he is. Somewhere right around there. Yes, it sounds awesome. So this is called the Statehood. Let's build. Now, this is a frontier cocktail. What do frontier cocktails need? Well, frontier cocktails need whiskey. Whiskey. So let's go ahead and grab some whiskey. We're going to grab some rye whiskey. I'm going to grab my airplane bottle. It's the size of an airplane. That's why it's my airplane bottle. It's gargantuan. Hotel San Carlos. Kiana Jackson wins. It's called the Hotel San Carlos. From the 13th floor, this is the Haunted Hotel in Phoenix, Arizona. From the 13th floor, a maid threw herself off of the top. Died after working there for 1 week. Now, I've worked in jobs where I've wanted to kill myself after 1 week. One place was in Phoenix, Arizona. It's called the Point Tapatio. It's a Hilton resort. It's really nice to stay at. It's awful to work at. And then somebody else on that same 13th floor murdered their wife or their girlfriend. They murdered a dude, murdered a lady. That's how it always seems to work. A dude murdered a lady, and now you can't even go on the 13th floor. I don't even think there is a 13th floor. It's all painted in black is what they say. Now, of course, I didn't see this. I'm doing hearsay. I'm spreading the rumors. But they do have a bar at the bottom called the Ghost Bar. That has nothing to do with this cocktail. But I do have 45 minutes to an hour to fill. So why not? I'll tell you guys interesting stories that I know about the Pueblo I grew up in, Phoenix, Arizona. This is rye. Rye is a type of whiskey. Whiskey is a type of fermented, distilled wheat beverage that has been aged. This is at least made of 51% rye. Now I'm going to change up the recipe just a little bit because this is how I like it. We're going to be putting in 1 full ounce of rye instead of the 3/4 recommended. Now they recommend Dubonnet Rouge. Dubonnet Rouge. I do not care for Dubonnet Rouge as much as I love myself some Lillet. I love this Lillet Rouge. I have a brand new bottle of it. This Lillet Rouge. We're just looking for any kind of a very delicate vermouth that has some quinine to it. It's got to have just a bit of bite. You shouldn't be able to just like put this down. Like, this should be uncomfortable. You guys shouldn't like watching that. If you were to do the same thing, it should make you feel bad. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for something that makes you feel bad. So let's go ahead, take this Lillet Blanc, this Lillet Rouge. We're going to be putting in 3/4 of an ounce. Why not 3/4 of an ounce? The original one called for equal parts, one and the other. What am I, a jerk? What the hell? What's No Untouchable? No Untouchable is yelling at me for not following them back. I'll follow you back, buddy. I'm bad at this. I got you. No Untouchable. You better watch out. I'll follow you back so hard. Next two ingredients we're going to put in. Very simple, very easy. This is going to look an awful like a drink called the Manhattan. So the next two ingredients we're going to be putting in is just a touch of this gum syrup. If you do not have gum syrup, do not worry. I did not put it on the list. Just put a touch of simple syrup. We're going to be putting in 1/4 of an ounce of delicious gome syrup. Yes. The gome syrup, like I said, is just going to give us sort of a velvety situation. Oh my God. So just a quick update. My dad has said that he has been on the 13th floor, which makes me wonder who he killed on the 13th floor. That is a very scary situation. He's been on the 13th floor of the Hotel San Carlos. I felt only murderers could be up there. Good for you. I'm happy. Honestly, if you guys want to ask anybody, you want to ask somebody that's been on the 13th floor of the Hotel San Carlos, pop on over to the YouTube. Start asking this guy some questions. I want to know what the hell's going on the 13th floor. Is it really all painted black? Is the body still there? Are there skeletons? Were you physically haunted? How did your belly feel? I got a lot of questions. We are going to take some of this delicious Angostura bitters. Angostura bitters. We're going to put in 2 dashes. 1,000, 2, 1,000. That wasn't enough. Angostura bitters is tough to do by the dash. It's really a sort of touch and feel thing, just so you guys know. Sometimes I tell you 2, but then I hit it with like 8. The fuller the bottle and the emptier the bottle, when it's like at an 1/8 full and all the way to an 1/8 empty, it's too hard to dash like that. After that, it'll let the air gets in. So just do enough is what we're looking for. That's all I'm asking from you guys. We're going to give this one a big stir. Why stir, Kush? Why stir? Well, a couple reasons. This one would have been originally stirred because they would not have had the ice in Arizona in 1910. They would have had some ice. It would have been probably pretty expensive to keep ice. So they would have probably just added a little water. So when we shake a cocktail, we're adding about 20% of that cocktail's weight in water. They would have put in that gum syrup instead as the water. So too much ice will definitely break down this cocktail. Also, everything in here should be of a pretty basic consistency other than the gum syrup, which is heavy. So do give it kind of a big stir. Let's get this close. I got a watch. Look at this. Tells the time. It's pretty good. By a company called Stay Fine. Wife got it for me. I love it. Oh my God. I haven't made this one yet. It's really good. I now recommend the gum syrup. If you guys can find the gum syrup, find the gum syrup. It's actually really good. What they say about this gum syrup is it doesn't just add the sweetness, it actually adds some velvetyness. And boy, they are not wrong. I've never, as a bartender, really worked with gum syrup. I've never been in a place that really cared about gum syrup. So I didn't get into it. But now that I have gum syrup, I'm on team gum syrup. This one came with a cherry because Arizona, as much as they are doing all the right stuff, does fall behind just a touch on the... I don't have any... We're just going to drop it in. It does fall behind a little bit on the socially... let's say, I want to say coolness factor, but that's not what it is. They just think about Scottsdale as LA, but in sorry, think about LA as Scottsdale. They're the exact same thing, but Scottsdale is LA maybe about 5 years behind. Maybe 4 years behind at this point. And so they would have just garnished. They wouldn't have found a prickly pear, which were abundant. They would not have found a, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. They would have just found a cherry, which goes in the Manhattan. Very famous cocktail. This is following a pretty basic recipe of whiskey, of sweet vermouth with some quinine though, a touch of that gum syrup, and in here. Now, there is one last ingredient that we're going to be putting in here, and that is, oh dang, that is going to be just a touch of the ginger ale. I'm going to be grabbing this guy. I found some ginger ale that tastes a lot like old-timey ginger ale, not because it has more ginger, but because it has less sugar. So we're just going to be, oh hey, oh my gosh, Rick Fiscum is on chat tonight. What's up, Rick? I've never seen Rick on chat. I love having Rick in there. Rick is the only person I've ever met whose job whose job is inventor. Just a dude that invents. Just like, hey, you need something invented? I got an invention shop. Come on over to my invention shop. My name's Rick. Rick is a great guy. Also my father-in-law. So he is in the chat. If you guys have anything you need invented, hop on over to the YouTube. Ask Rick what you need invented. Just a touch of that ginger ale we'll be doing. You do not want to use ginger beer. Ginger beer is far too much. And if you can find a ginger beer or a ginger ale that isn't so sweet, stay away from Canada Dry if you can. Canada Dry is the exact opposite of dry. It is very sweet. This O Organics, while it is a little bit more expensive, is less sugar, less garbage, all that good stuff. We're going to give this one a sip. Oh, Arizona, you sexy beast. Boy, that's good. Yeah, I now recommend with all of my heart, I love gum syrup. So just get ready. If you guys want to stick around with me for the next few classes, we are going to be doing all of our simple syrups as gum syrups. It's very, very simple to make. It really is just adding gum Arabica. You can get it for, I don't know, $7 a pound. On Amazon, have it sent to you. It really does smooth out the cocktails. I think it's better for cocktails that are really booze forward. This one's very booze forward. I'm going to drink this since Kyle doesn't need it. Kyle needs it. I'll bring it out to him at some point, but he's just not there. Now, Paul, I noticed Paul just wrote that it's also quite delicious. Paul, were you able to get the gum syrup? Did you have gum Arabica just sitting around your house? Paul has more stuff in the world than everyone. Ginger beer. I love the Fever Tree one. Says my boy and 2020 Halloween contest winner Apostle of Tiki. Apostle of Tiki, you have to tell me when you're in LA because I need to drop this off to you. This cocktail. It's starting to grow mold. I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know if it's like cheese, but it's made and it's just sitting here growing mold. To be honest with you, if you only have ginger beer, put just a touch of water to it. You want to, or maybe just do equal parts soda water and equal parts ginger beer. The ginger is just too strong for this cocktail. It's supposed to be very delicate. Just like Arizona, it is a beautiful desert rose. You do not want to just bludgeon this desert rose with a big old ginger beer. That's not going to be good. You got a barkeeper. Shut up, you got it at Barkeeper. I called them. Paul says he got the gum Arabica at Barkeeper. I called them and asked them if they had it, and they told me a resounding no. So I had to order it on the YouTubes, on the Instagrams, the Amazons. What was I ordering it on? Sorry, I'm not here. So good. Oh, non-touchable, is that homemade gum syrup or is that Giffard stuff? No, this is homemade. Much cheaper, non-touchable. If you can make this stuff at home, always make it at home. Always, always, always make it at home. I don't trust a lot of stuff that you can buy. I feel like the entire reason that Tiki is so great and that cocktails are so great This is hilarious. One sec. There we go. The hell was that? Getting haunted. Yeah, if you can make it at home, make it at home. You have much more control over everything. I believe that the Gaffard stuff, the sugar, it's just too much. It's just too much. I like to do my super syrups at about 1 3/4 parts sugar to 1 part water. Otherwise, they just get too sweet for me. I don't love sweet stuff. So you can build it yourself. Build these yourself if you possibly can. Oh, well, that's mean. Mix TV says that my father-in-law is inventing a new son-in-law currently. I don't think that's a nice thing to say. I think that's a real jerky thing to say. Barkeeper definitely has it, and the pineapple version. Well, I don't know what was going on with Barkeeper. I think maybe just the tenor of my voice made them upset. I literally, beep, bop, beep, bop, beep. Barkeeper, hey, man, do you guys have any gum syrup? No. Boop. That was it. I don't know if I actually hung it up, but I think they went boop, and that was the end of the call. Well, that's a bummer. Yeah, tell Dean he needs to be my new bar back. Yeah, come on, Dean. Get your act together. All right, well, we have these cocktails. Currently we have the Tequila Sunrise. We have the Statehood Cocktail. Now, those ones are from 1910. I know for sure the Statehood Cocktail's from. We're looking at about 1940s, late 1930s to maybe the 1950s. We're looking at this Tequila Sunrise. Let me just remember that it's here. Oh yeah, it's still here. Yeah, it's still here. Oh yeah, it's definitely still here. So we have these guys. Now we are going to be making a new cocktail. Now this is an exercise that I often like to do. I'm not going to answer that. Oh good, my camera. Yeah, there we go. This is an exercise that I don't often do, but when I can, it is a fun exercise. Sometimes I will order a drink at a bar. I will take a picture of what that bar says the ingredients are. I will then come home with my vast knowledge, my 15 years of making drinks for other people and creating new drinks and finding new ways to do drinks. And I will try and recreate that cocktail. I feel like I've done it on this one. Now, I haven't got it exactly. Something a little off on it, but if you guys have ever been to one of my favorite bars in the entire world, is a bar called the Undertow in Phoenix, Arizona. They also own a bar right next door called the Century Grand, which I have actually never been inside of. It is far too much to get in there. It is difficult, but I took a picture of this cocktail, and it is called Never Drink from a Skull. Is that what it's called? Yes. It is called Never Drink from a Skull. I loved it when I had it there. It was a beautiful cocktail. It had some interesting stuff. Now, I know that I told you guys, gum Arabica is really hard to find, but go find some Bergamot if you can, real quick. I didn't expect anybody to go find Bergamot. I don't even expect me to find the Bergamot. I hid it for myself. I bought... it's just gone forever. Oh, here it is. I bought this stuff. This is Bergamot. This is Bergamot oil. Bergamot is a type of orange that is much more like a lime. So it's a type of orange that is much more like a lime. It is just extra, extra, extra thick with citric and malic acid and a lot of bitterness. So I bought this stuff because I couldn't find actual Bergamot. So normally I like to squeeze my limes as I go, but Bergamot oil is incredibly strong. So what I did was I took 5, count them, why did I sound like Christopher Walken? 5. I took 5 limes. It's crazy. There was 5 limes. 1 drop of Bergamot is crazy. Why? This is not what this channel is going to become. I took 5 limes and I did 1 drop of this stuff. That was the end result, just to get all that Bergamot coming out of the thing. It does smell just a touch medicinal, but I think that's what a Bergamot smells like. Never smelled one in real life. So I feel like I did figure out this cocktail. We're going to build this cocktail right now. Never drink from a skull. It's called, from one of the greatest places to be, better than Disneyland, better than that Northern Lights, better than anywhere. This is a drink from the actual undertow, or let's create. So we're going to start off. It calls for some dark rum. Calls for dark rum. Now, I am almost positive I saw them pour this one. Almost positive. I'm going to take a guess and say that this is the one they poured. This is a dark Jamaican. From Jamaica? Barbados. Oops. This is a dark Barbadian rum. It is double oaked, so we get a lot of the color from the oak from the barrel. So be prepared for that. We're going to be putting in, get ready for this. You guys ready for this? 1.5 ounces. What? That seems like a normal amount. It is a normal amount. Wanted to get you guys going. Yeah, I'm seeing some requests for other types of rum. Zacapa will work. If you guys are there making cocktails at home and all you have is Zacapa will work. Not the exact same thing, but it will work. Next thing we're gonna be putting in here, just to make this a little slice of Phoenix, we're gonna be grabbing this stuff. This is called mezcal. Now, what is mezcal? Everybody knows mezcal is that smoky, whatever. Well, mezcal is the category that tequila lives in. So tequila is a type of mezcal. Mezcal is not a type of tequila. So any kind of a Mexican liqueur that is made from a fern called the agave, well, that ends up being mezcal. And this one does have some smokiness. This is the Sabra. My buddy works at this company. Really handsome dude. This is mezcal. So half an ounce. We don't want to overdo this with mezcal. This is a tiki drink. But we do want some of that delicious smokiness. Now, about 3 minutes before I started this show, I had forgotten. That I had not made orgeat in a while, so I just made this much orgeat. Orgeat is a almond liqueur. It's good for you. It's really good for you. We're going to be putting in half an ounce. Half of an ounce of, if you can, make a homemade orgeat, do it. If you don't know the recipe, well, dang. I have one on my YouTube channel. Pop on over there. Be really helpful. Watch my videos. There we go. The next thing we're going to be putting in here is some pineapple juice. Is this the pineapple juice? Hell yeah, it's the pineapple juice. This is always fresh squeeze. I like my fresh squeeze pineapple juice. Always makes me a happy camper. 3/4 of an ounce. 3/4 of an ounce of that deliciousness. Now, the next thing. Again, I told you gum syrup is too much, but then I send you on a wild goose chase to find what? Passion fruits. Now, I have passion fruit at my house. Not everybody does. That's a good question. Mezcal is a fern. A Mix TV show is asking, mezcal is a fern? It is most closely related to a fern. It is not related to a cactus. I started off this show, this is the hero's journey. I started off the show knowing nothing, saying I know nothing about tequila. And now look at me. Grow. Afraid something's going to get taken from me. That's how stories go. Yes, mezcal is from a fern. Agave is a type of fern, not a type of cactus, like a lot of people think. This is just the nectar of a delicious passion fruit. 3/4 of an ounce. Do it. Now this last bit, this was the tricky part. These are, again, 5 limes squeezed into a bottle that have 1 drop of bergamot essential oils. Very important. Very important. Do not overdo the bergamot. That's what happened here. They're littered all over the place. That's what happened. Can't do it. I'm going to drink the rest of this, so. Too much bergamot. Too much bergamot. So let's take this guy. We're going to be putting in 3/4 of an ounce. Sorry, half of an ounce. Do half of an ounce of 5 parts, or 5 pieces of lime, and 1 drop of bergamot. That's what we're doing. There we go. Agave's a fern. That's correct. Pretty good impression, Scott. Thank you. Can find that in tea. I don't know what that means. Oh, man. Non-touchable. I appreciate your reply, buddy. Okay. We're caught up on talking. Oh, Kurt, what you got? Kush, you have been to Century Grand. You came in and saw me at the Gray Inn. Yes, that is true. My very good friend Kurt says that I have been to Century Grand. I've never been inside the train, though. There is a train part of it, but I definitely went to go see and drink Grey Hen. Drink at the Grey Hen with my very good friend Curtis, who was an incredibly knowledgeable dude when it came to stuff. He also might know whether or not I'm making this cocktail right. Curtis is very good at all that stuff. Let me just make sure I got it all. I wrote it down here. Yep. That is that. This is a drink that I think tastes very similar to a drink that they make at the Undertow called Never Drink from a Skull. Let's go on in here, find some ice. Now I know they shake this one. I watched them do it. There we go. Put as much ice as you can in here. There we go. Beautiful. All this ice is LA City water. That's probably not helpful to the drink. Probably should find that Phoenix City water. There we go. Beautiful. Let's give this guy a shake. This is one of those Phoenix shakes. It's halfway between super old and halfway between young and hip. 1, 2, 3. Crack that open. Now, just because Phoenix can never tell me what to do anymore, I don't live there anymore, we are going to drink this one from a skull. It's called Never Drink from a Skull. This one is a skull. We're going to be drinking from it. Let's go ahead and dump this guy right into this drink. I'm going to put just a touch more ice in there because the one that they made definitely had more ice. Pretty sure it was blended. But I was drunk. You'll love the Italicus Bergamot liquor. Dang. That makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense. I was just told that Bergamot comes in a liqueur form. I've been doing it with stupid droppers. That's why this doesn't taste exactly it. You're right, Curtis. I will love the Italicus Bergamot's liqueur. What the hell am I doing here with droppers? Well, anyway, if you guys were able to make this one, I think you guys will dig it. Let's go ahead and drink this. You have a big chest-sized freezer at home. I know some easy-peasy ways to never again use molds like that, man. You might prefer it too. Non-touchable. Non-touchable is suggesting that maybe my ice is not done right. Currently, my ice chest is too full to be making the great types of chipped ice and the good types of clear ice that I am up to. But I do appreciate that Untouchable, Non-Touchable has the eye. He's looking me right in the eye and he's telling me, Kush, you got to up this game. And you know what? Next week we're up in this game. I'm going to drink this one real quick. It's still so good. I didn't do bad. Still so good. Such a good cocktail. I didn't do bad, but I didn't do exactly right. How did you make the passion fruit syrup? Apostle of Tiki, this is not passion fruit syrup. This is passion fruit juice. So if you can find a passion fruit somewhere in your life, run it right through a juicer. Otherwise, they do sell passion fruit oftentimes in the they're like big cardboard situations. Please nobody make a gif of this. This would be a ridiculous gif if anybody made this. Just me doing this the whole time. Please don't make that gif. Just this would be a horrible gif. If you just go find those bottles of passion fruit, that's the way to do it. This is passion fruit juice, not passion fruit syrup. Not passion fruit syrup. This is actually a passion fruit nectar that I'm using. So it's a little thicker, but passion fruit juice will do you all this stuff. Justin Abarca. Oh, Justin Abarca from the Dickheads. My old comedy group. I think they're called the Cable Guys now. How's Nick Taurus? I don't know. That is this one. We have some stuff to talk about real quick, guys, while we are still here drinking. Just a reminder. These classes, I keep saying this and then it always gets weird. These classes will always remain free. Always, always, always remain free. But if you can help out the channel, Venmo at Kush Tender, that is extra helpful. That keeps my liquor stash up. It also helps me keep the bar decorated, and it lets me not have to do other jobs. That is helpful, so that I can read more books, so I can pass it on to you guys. That is the thing. Next week, just a reminder, we are doing cocktails from my favorites, one of my top 3 favorite bartenders of all time, a guy named Joe Shalom, who used to run the Long Bar at the Cairo Hilton. He was helpful at beating up Nazis. He sent out a great drink called the Suffering Bastard to the boys up front to help them get over their hangover so they could beat up Rommel. That's what we're doing. Also, if you cannot help me out, Venmo, I totally understand. These are not easy times to be living in. These are interesting times. They're not great. But if you can, pop on over to my YouTube channel. You guys that are on YouTube, thank you. Go watch one of my videos after this. I make videos. If you guys are on my Instagram, please pop over to my YouTube. Watch those things. Watch, like, subscribe, comment, share. Do the gosh darn right thing. Do all the right stuff. Yes, next week will be that whole thing. If you guys do want to, you can also buy me a shot down here in the comment section, right down at the bottom. You can, just buy me a shot. I will, if you buy me a shot, put your phone number on there. I will definitely take a shot with you. I'll either call you if you want me to call you. I don't know anybody that wants anybody to call them anymore, but if you want me to call you, I'll call you. Otherwise, I'll just send you a picture of me taking the shot right back at you. My brother-in-law John does this every week. I send him a picture every week. I missed one with my pop. He sent me a couple bucks. It's really nice. He wanted. I asked him if he wanted anything named after him. He said he wanted this named after him. So this is. The Robbins towel. This is the Glenn Cushman Memorial Robbins towel. So that's what he wanted. So you can have that. Anybody else that is interested, please follow, like, subscribe. At this point, it's just rambling. If anybody has any questions about anything, if you guys do have a corporation that you are either in charge of or a part of, and you do want one of these classes live on Zoom, I do those. Turns out that's my job nowadays. That's what I do for a living. If you guys want anything for the upcoming holidays, please let me know. You can slip right into my DMs. I love those DMs. Let's see, anything else? Martin makes a lovely passion fruit syrup, I'd say. Martin. Oh, Moan In, yes. The problem with that, Non-Touchable, he says Moan In makes a great passion fruit syrup. We are not looking for a syrup in this one. We are looking for a juice. Juice and syrup. The syrup would be too much. There's already a lot of sweetness going into this one with the pineapple, the orgeat. Too much sweetness. You add a little bit more of that. You are in for a toothache, sir. You're in for a toothache. Okay, then, no, it's to be acquired soon. That's exactly right. Kush, do you have a big freezer? Oh, you already asked me that one. Okay. Well, anything over here? Oh, Derek just joined. He just missed class. Cheers, Kush. Okay. Then let's end this one with a cheers. Next week we will be, of course, doing Joe Shalom cocktails. We will not be doing the Suffering Bastards, so do not come looking for the Suffering Bastard. We will be doing all of his other big hits. If you need to right now, just a little hint on one of the ones we'll be doing. You're gonna need to order a back scratcher for one of them. That's how he did. Do not carve upon stone or wood that she was honest or she was good. Instead, write in smoke on a passing breeze 7 words, and the words are these that say more than a volume could. She loved, she laughed, and she understood. Cheers to you guys. I do this more for me than I do it for you, so I do appreciate that anybody even shows up. Always makes me happy, always makes me filled with happiness, just like beating heart of love. Get home safe, you weirdos. don't know why anybody would be outside watching this. Just watch it at your house. It's so weird. All right. Much love, and I'll talk to you guys later.